I'm gonna tell you a story. The story of how I destroyed the economy in Minecraft. It's a pretty interesting one, so stay tuned. It all began a few months back during the Dark Ages. We have been using these tridents here for several months now. They're kind of cool and unique as a way of transportation, but they're also really slow and I keep killing myself with them. So to be honest, I am pretty tired of them, and I think it's about time that we switch up our transportation and get some elytras. Now, of course, in order to do that, we have to go to the end and defeat the Ender Dragon. I'm going to try to get as many people as I possibly can to join us, have this be a little event, and hopefully I'll win and get the achievement and stuff. And then there's going to be a dragon egg hunt as well, which is going to take like 1,000,000 years for me to set up, and it's going to be super cool. Of course, that's in a long time right now. What we need to focus on is we need to kill that dragon, get some elytras, so we don't have to keep jumping off cliffs and dying. So I set off on an adventure to the end dimension. So many people showed up to the fight that it in fact broke the record for the most people ever on the server at the same time. Even the mythical Psy guy showed up to the fight, who had not been seen on the server in many months. It was a tremendous success, and the dragon was completely defeated. It was the greatest event in Conquest history. But of course my recording messed up, and so I have no footage of it at all, and I had to come up with an entirely new idea for a YouTube video. I am heartbroken. I was only recording audio, as you already know, and of course I did like most of the damage on the dragon, and Noodle came in with fireworks right at the end and took the achievement for himself, but it's fine because achievements are achievements, and they are not elytras, which are much more important, and we are about to go get an elytra through this little portal here, so that I can fly around and finally have some speed and efficiency in my life. So, ow, frick you. Well, I guess beggars can't be choosers, right? Wow, that one's actually kind of large. Oh my gosh, there's a boat! By now you might be wondering what any of this has to do with an economic disaster. Well, this is the part where it all starts to go horribly wrong. Okay, so it's been like a week since the End Dragon fight, and people have been going around getting elytras, getting fireworks, getting shulker boxes, and everyone basically has one now, and they're all flying around all about in the skies. Now, very recently, in fact it was just yesterday, Sawyer, who is actually online right now, asked me how much I would pay for firework rockets, just hypothetically. And that kind of got me a little worried, because I actually wanted to make a fireworks shop. I don't know if I said that already, but I think the key to making money is selling fireworks, because everyone will always need them pretty much forever, and the sooner you make one, the less opportunity you give for everyone else to make their own farms and therefore not need to buy from you. So evidently he's had this exact same idea, and is now asking me how much I would pay, because I guess he doesn't think I'm gonna make a farm of my own. So I seized this opportunity to tell him some outrageous price, so I told him I'd pay 1 diamond per stack, which is an awful deal. So I'm going to build a firework farm, and I'm going to sell them here in Fieloy for 1 diamond for 3 stacks. So I'm gonna triple undercut him, and hopefully make a lot more money, and people are gonna come here and not down to his city Milan. We are in a race to sell fireworks, so what we're gonna do is we're going to build a firework farm, and we're gonna put it underground here in this city, because everyone is so often here that they'll basically be loaded forever, and we'll have unlimited fireworks to sell and make lots and lots of money. The first step to creating a creeper farm underground is, of course, to dig a big hole, which I just so happen to have right here. The next step is to forget to hit record. Are you starting to notice a pattern here? The design I use for the creeper farm is just a basic one with cats. They're pretty much all the same, and there's not much to say about it. So I have been AFKing here, atop this tree, for a while now, and this is in a spot where I think that creepers should be spawning inside the farm down here. We have to go check and see if it has indeed produced some gunpowder. And it has. A little bit. Actually, that's like nothing. I don't know why. I mean, I haven't lit up any places around here, but it's not working at very high efficiency. That's fine though. It is producing gunpowder, which means it works, kind of, maybe, sort of, and that means it's probably good enough. Now the next thing we have to do, aside from lighting up all the caves over here, which is going to be very tedious, is we have to build a sugarcane farm. And I think I'll build it like in the wall there, because I just got some beacons so I can clear out a bunch of land really quickly. And the tick speed on this server is so high that we don't really need to build a very fancy one. I have no idea why it's set that high. I've tried to turn it down. Don't even tell me what to do, because if you do, I will have already heard that before. The server that we use is completely broken. But anyway, it works out for us because it means we get unlimited paper pretty easily. I'm going to put that there, and then we're going to hook it up, and we're going to have tons and tons of fireworks. So I have built this sugarcane farm here, and I've placed it right in the wall there. I think it looks kind of cool with this big window. And if we come over here, you can see that it is the most bizarre and scuffed design you have ever seen. This took me a long time, you know, because I thought, I don't need a tutorial. I mean, it's just a sugarcane farm. Like, it's too easy. I know how to do that. No, I don't. I don't know how to make a sugarcane farm, so I've done this thing. I mean, it's the standard thing. We have some observers that observe the sugarcane, and then the piston pushes it, and it gets eaten by a hopper, hopper minecart. But I could not... So this took me like an hour, man. It took me like an hour to put this together. I ran out of iron as well, so there's only hoppers going this way. I feel like this may be a better way. Basically, like, I had a lot of problems. First of all, this sugarcane, this dirt needs to have water next to it for the sugarcane to grow. So you have to have, like, water here or here. But then this also needs to be powered, so I put a redstone torch there, which then just instantly flipped the trapdoor, and the torch got broken by the water. And so then I tried to put a redstone block here, but apparently minecarts don't bounce back from redstone blocks. And then I tried to put a lever, but it ended up just locking the hopper, so nothing could go into the chest. I don't understand redstone, man. It's so complicated. And also, it doesn't bounce off glass, so I had to change the whole window too. So yeah, this took me like an hour. It's a really bizarre design. What the heck is this doing here? It doesn't necessarily have to be there. There's probably a better way of doing this, but we have a sugarcane farm now, and it produces a literal tiny bit of sugarcane. Even with the insane tick speed we have here, this thing's just ultra slow. Now, all that's left to do is to combine these with a little redstone thing to auto-craft them. I'm not even going to try to design that myself because I don't know how to, so I'm going to Google it, and it might work, but it also might not. So let's do that right now. I have put together this little machine here. It is not my design. Someone else designed it on the internet, and I put it here and hooked it up to an automatic paper crafter, and this is hooked up to the sugarcane farm up there, and this is the killing chamber for the creepers. And I set it up here, and guess what? Didn't work. This thing, for some reason, was just powered all the time, and when that's powered, it locks this hopper so nothing can get through. I have no idea why it was doing that, and I couldn't figure it out, so after a while, I just left it here because I had to go, and it just kind of ran, and I thought it wouldn't work. But now it's working, and it's making firework duration 3 rockets. I mean, not very quickly, because I was AFKing right here, so this creeper farm is like barely running. As I say that, there are 2 creepers. There very rarely do creepers spawn here because I'm not at the platform up there. But like, this thing is perplexing, man. I don't understand redstone. What the heck is going on? Why is it not working and then randomly working? I literally didn't do anything. Like, what the heck? I don't get it. I don't understand what's going on in any way. But I mean, I guess it works. Maybe it might just stop working at some point too. Like, that's totally a possibility. But yeah, we've got this machine. It's pumping out fireworks, not very quickly though. This whole farm's extremely slow. And we've got this auto crafter thing. This is some Jacobulous redstone right here. You can tell because it's got this super long redstone wire, because that's all I know how to do. Basically, the competitor detects how many slots are filled once it reaches 9, which is all of them, because this is how you need 3 up here, where the paper, it'll spit it out and craft the sugarcane, but if this for some reason flows too fast and there's 2 in here, it'll spit it out once, and then it won't do it again and it'll get jammed. I don't think that's possible, but in classic fashion, my redstone is obviously not foolproof and has a very high likelihood of randomly breaking. So this whole system is extremely scuffed, I guess you could say, but I think it's probably fine. So, I mean, we've got some rockets now, and that's pretty good. Blast! 2 Conquest diamonds per shulker box? That's insane! The going price when I was about to make my shop was 1 diamond for 3 stacks. Now it's 2 diamonds for 27 stacks plus a shulker box. Shulker boxes used to be 5 diamonds per box. Now it's 2, but you also get 27 stacks of rockets. This is insane. Dude, the economy's completely busted. There's been a trade war going on. It's been like 1 day that I haven't had my shop up because I was in Kansas, and the prices are already this low. You cannot profit off of this. This is not profitable in any way. Look, even the carrots, it's 2 Conquest diamonds for 32 carrots, or an entire box of rockets. That's madness. This is absolute madness. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna enter into the Ring of Fire. I have literally 5 boxes of fireworks compared to the like 27 that Sawyer has. I am going to just barely buy like a single firework, undercut his prices, and sell them right outside my house over there. I'm gonna put up a big fireworks tent like it's the 4th of July. It's gonna be awesome. I know I'm gonna make no money from this, and I know this is a really dumb investment, but the point isn't about the money. It's not about the money, Batman. It's about sending a message. I want to see how horrible this situation can get, and I find it also absolutely hilarious. Plus, maybe like in 3 years, having a fireworks shop could be profitable, so maybe this is a good long-term investment. Probably not, but we're gonna sell them anyway, and it's gonna be awesome. So, I have set up this little rocket stand. It is very clearly a rocket stand. I mean, I'm not gonna say there's some kind of subtle messaging here telling you that it's a rocket, you know, like this stripy thing, this tarp here, very classic in American rocket stands. You know, it also looks like a rocket, so maybe that might make you think this is a rocket stand. So I think it's a really good rocket stand, and in here we're selling rockets 1 diamond for a barrel. That's insane, and that's a stupid price, and I'm literally not gonna make any money from this, even if someone came and bought it all out, which they're probably not gonna do. I will also, tomorrow, I'm gonna try to see if I can haggle some people and make them buy, because that's the best way to make money. If you really bother people, they give you money so you go away. So that's what I'm gonna do. So it's actually been like 2 weeks since the last recording, and I've had this rocket stand up here for quite some time, and it's time to check the profits. There's absolutely nothing. No one's bought a single rocket. I mean, these are practically for free. Essentially, the rocket business has completely collapsed. There is no market anymore. In fact, the whole economy on the entire server has been destroyed by these rockets because they got so cheap that now everyone feels like diamonds are too valuable, and therefore they won't buy anything else either, because everything is being held to this rocket standard, and now everyone's holding on to their diamonds and no one's gonna buy anything, which is ridiculous. Like, you wouldn't think that when things get cheaper, people stop buying. Like, that does not make sense at all. But that's how it is, and no one's spending any money, and so we're all, I mean, well, none of us are poor because we're not losing any money, because none of us are spending it. So yeah, the economy is completely messed up, and there's no money traveling anywhere, and also, like, no one's joining the server, and it's kind of dead right now because no one watches these videos. So, to combat this economic problem, we're going to create Fieloy Finances. That's right. We're going to create a finance company to help everyone with all of their finance problems so that people will start buying again. And then maybe we might have some leverage to maybe make deals with other people to try to revive the economy. more likely it's going to be a giant waste of time. Either way, let's build a little company here, and we're gonna need a building that's a little bit better than this rocket stand. Now, see, here's the problem. I'm moving to Alaska in about 45 minutes. So, you're not gonna see this video for a couple months, and by then, the building will be done. So I'm gonna build this over the next 2 months, and you're probably not gonna see any footage of it. But yeah, let's build Yellow Finances. Well, it's been a month, and I have indeed made it to Alaska. It was a very long drive. I've seen now 3 moose while I've been here. 3. Isn't that crazy? And I saw a bear on the way as well. Here's a photo of it. I mean, it's a little blurry, but you can see there's a bear there. Anyway, this building is Yellow Finance's headquarters. It is small, of course. It's a typical, Viking style building around here. It's got this little porch. Some other buildings like that one over there has a porch. So there's a porch here. It's got the cross thing up there, X. Yep, that's pretty much it. No, I'm just kidding. There's actually a lot to talk about with this building. It is actually a fairly revolutionary building, even. If you notice, if you look around, all of the buildings, and I mean every single one of them, if you just take a look at them for a moment, all of them have those little posts that like make up the corners and everything, and it makes a frame. And I would always do that because I wanted my builds to be realistic and kind of authentic, and so they need posts in order to stand, right? So that's how I would build for the longest time. But it's really limiting in terms of texturing. Like on a small surface like this, there's not really much you can do in the way of texturing. So like on this building, the texturing is very limited. It's just a couple blocks here and there to make it look a little less plain, I guess, but really you can't do much because the posts just take up too much space. So this one is pretty much the first build I have ever made since, well, a couple years ago, without any posts. And as you can see, it has some pretty awesome texturing. It gets from dark to light using the pale oak planks, which is fairly new, and honestly it's one of my favorite blocks now. I really like it. So yes, lots of texturing here. It's very new to me, I guess. I haven't done this stuff much yet, but this first time doing this new sort of style, and I think it looks pretty cool. I hope you guys agree. Also, there's a little garden. Isn't that cute? Now it's time to go inside. I've been talking a long time. Here is the interior of the Yellow Finance's headquarters. It is fairly modest. We have some spots where people could theoretically buy fireworks if they wanted to, but they never will. I will never make any money from this, and this is a terrible investment. Over here, we have some beer, because why not? I mean, beer, just kind of looks like Viking stuff, We've also got some instructions here, but who cares about words? Let's just keep looking around. There are a couple balconies here. There's this one. Yeah, there's nothing up here, really. There's no point to it existing. I just put it there. And then there's this other balcony. This is the meeting room. Very important. This is where all the Yellow Finance's meetings will go. There's little windows so you could look at the customers. And there's a window out here so you can see. There's a little shrub. I actually spent a lot of time building a wall back there, like a cliff, because this thing was kind of cutting into the dirt. But you're never going to see it because it's behind the building. Also, I might point out that my chair is slightly bigger than the other chairs, because I am the coolest. Wait, I'm still Saul Goodman? Oh my gosh. I've been Saul Goodman for a long time, and I'm honestly not sure why. Meanwhile, here is that cliff that I was talking about earlier. As you can see, it's pretty detailed for a cliff that will never be seen, ever. Also, there is a back porch here in case anyone wants to hang around, and I think this block is wrong. Well, this video has taken literally months to make, not necessarily because I did much very difficult, but just because I've been gone and everything's been so spaced out. So that's it, that's all. Yeah, we're never gonna get a profit. The economy is still bust, although, I mean, over the months it has been getting maybe a little better. Still, people aren't buying much, and yeah, that's where it ends. This is the story of how I broke the economy in Minecraft, and it's on my own server too, so extra points? No, I think that's extra loss. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Bye.